Hello everyone, I'm Tammy. Today I'm going to introduce to you the intelligent operation system of mPartner. First, let's see the usual working cycle of IT administrators. Something abnormal happens in home network, so someone call help desk. IT administrators have to collect the data of the event to do analysis and find out where it comes from, when it happens, and why it happens. With this analysis and information, they can do further operation to make the network back to normal. However, to search for data in so many devices is usually hard. The process is complicated and time-consuming. Sometimes they spend a lot of time but still can't find a solution. With the intelligence operation platform provided by mPartner, IT administrators can debug quickly, and there will be no more chaotic life. mPartner correlates three main technologies of IT operation: SNMP, Flow, and Syslog. SNMP is mainly for device health monitoring, like CPU, memory, temperature, fan, and so on. With SNMP, we can get each parameter of device hardware to find out if there is any anomaly. To make the internet work, it is essential that every device in home network stays healthy. Flow is used to know traffic amount. For example, how many packets and bytes an IP address sends, how many sessions a server receives, and how much traffic it uses to send reply, how much bandwidth a protocol occupied, etc. With Flow, we can know the traffic usage in home network. Syslog is used to check and analyze packets of layer 7. Nowadays, most internet and security devices as well as operating systems can export log with Syslog protocol. This data help IT administrators understand the events in home network, whether there is threat, and user behavior. With Syslog, IT administrators can know all security events in home. IT operation is like doctors diagnosing patients and prescribing. Doctors have to get enough information from inquiry, a blood test, urine analysis, and X-ray results before they can find cause and make proper prescription. To do IT operation and quick debugging, sufficient data about Internet operating status are needed. Whether the collected data are complete is the key to accomplishing intelligent operation. When there is an abnormal event, the first step is usually to check the health status of Internet devices or servers. The next are to search for malicious IP and correlate with logs from security devices and servers. Only by collecting this data can IT administrators find a clue of the event. To make sure that IT system can be functional and to enhance security, IT departments tend to purchase various management and analysis tools. However, since internal network architecture is so huge and complex, it is difficult for them to trace root cause or achieve the desired performance. The primary reason is that the three main technologies are not correlated. Each of them contains various information but does not provide sufficient data. Correlating all of them is necessary in new generation operation system. The intelligence operation platform of mPartner can correlate different kinds of data and use them for auto-learning to get threshold value of each alert. It can also do AI analysis and make various reports. What's more, the system can collect data from different devices and brands. IT administrators can manage devices as security gateways, core switches, firewalls, wired and wireless devices, etc. in only one operation platform. It even greatly correlates data of three main technologies of IT operation. For example, when the system detects there is an IP sending enormous packets and occupying much bandwidth, correlating the data with Syslog shows us what event or behavior these packets are from. Further, the system correlates these with SNMP, and we can know the location of this IP. When connecting to the internet, the devices of each branch go through VPN first. and then past firewalls, gateways, core switches, and last, enter the internet or servers in center. The system can collect data from all the devices mentioned above. It can get source and destination IP and port, and record how much bandwidth they use. Correlating and analyzing collected flow, SNMP, and syslog helps IT administrators have comprehensive knowledge of network activities. The intelligence platform can do correlation between different servers like DNS, AD, and DHCP. These servers send syslog to the system, and with the data, it can do SNMP polling to each switch to find out which one the source IP is on. After knowing the position, the system will correlate all data gotten from each server and put them in different columns in a table. With all the information, IT administrators are able to solve the problems before they badly affect home network. By doing correlation and cross-analysis, the intelligence operation platform of nPartner assists IT administrators in clearly understanding device health, network usage, and security threats, keeping track of every detail in home network. This is today's introduction. Hello everyone, I'm Tammy. Today I'm going to introduce to you what data the Intelligence Operation System, nCloud, receives and how it operates them. nCloud receives flow data from each device. In IT operation, flow is very important. With flow, IT administrators can learn traffic amount in home network, source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, packet size, and protocol, knowing traffic usage and direction. Besides flow, nCloud also correlates another main technology, syslog. Syslog records event log, user behavior, security events, and messages in layer 7. Security devices, firewalls, gateways, core switches, servers in center, and so on. Send their logs to the system to do analysis and statistics. The devices mentioned above may belong to various brands, and thus have different syslog formats. Syslog data are very long and complicated, like the example in the screen. It is too difficult to analyze each log with the unaided eye. nCloud supports almost all well-known brands on the market, and can normalize received syslog. Then it puts the data in a table correspondingly, which makes the information leaps to the eye. The system does auto-learning to get threshold value of each time period based on received syslog and flow, and then sends alerts when anomaly happens, with various reports and functions of the intelligence operation system. IT administrators can quickly detect abnormal events and debug. This is Hello everyone, nCloud receives flow data from each device. In IT operation, flow is very important. With flow, IT administrators can learn traffic amount in home network, source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, packet size, and protocol, knowing traffic usage and direction. How can the received flow data actually help us in IT operation? Let's use WannaCry, the ransomware that has taken the world by storm, as an example. But first, what is WannaCry? Hackers spread malware through phishing websites. When anyone connects to a malicious relay station, they remotely control many computers and make them a botnet, using them to send a malicious connection or email. If users click it, their computer will run encrypted software to download the virus. WannaCry is so notorious, for it can do automated replication and spread. Attacking other devices in the same network, the infected host will execute large-scale port scanning, finding every host with vulnerability in the network to infect them. Then, the virus encrypts files in the infected hosts. Users will receive a notification asking them to pay a hefty ransom, or the encryption will continue. WannaCry causes a huge disaster and is still a serious problem now. How to prevent it is an essential issue for every unit. When it comes to people, we tend to isolate ourselves when being sick so that we won't give it to others. However, when computers are infected, they pass it to the other devices in the same environment, and everyone will be affected. Since computers can't isolate themselves, it is IT administrators who can stop the pandemic. The most difficult part is to find the source in numerous devices. The Intelligence Operation System of M-Partner monitors every IP in home and records their data. When there is an abnormal behavior from any IP, M-Partner's technology can locate it in a snap, sending alerts or executing auto-blocking to put it into isolation and reduce the loss. Flow analysis with intelligent technology is the most effective way to stop ransomware from. Hello everyone! The last video introduces logs types and importance. This chapter will talk about how IT Intelligence Operation System (NCOP) processes received logs. In IT operation, the first thing is to make sure received logs are complete and sufficient. NCOP is made up of 3 modules in order to process enormous logs and store them. NBalancer is at the entrance, in charge of load balancing. To make processing more efficient, it distributes logs to a receiver, in which logs are stored and analyzed. The most important tasks of a receiver include normalizing logs, storing with various tabs, processing and analyzing, and searching with set criteria. Multiple A receiver can be an active cluster, each being one another's backup. If received logs grow by equipping more A receiver, the storage can be expanded, and efficiency can be improved. The last module is NCenter, which is for visualization, showing all analysis and data in charts. NCOP gets searching results in a snap, where it stores data in NoSQL databases. NoSQL databases classify normalized logs with different tabs. When users search in the system, NCOP checks the tab of each log to find data fitting the criteria. No matter how many criteria users set, NCOP can finish searching within almost the same time and make reports. There are 2 examples of how NCOP improves security, by collecting logs and doing analysis. Nowadays, DDoS attacks happen frequently and become stronger and stronger. They usually break victims' services and cause a great loss. One of the widely used solutions is traffic scrubbing. However, it also causes degradation to existing legitimate connections. Besides detecting DDoS attack with flow analysis and sending blocking commands in real time, NCOP has a better solution, DNS log analysis. In most cases, before a DDoS attack happens, botnet controlled by hackers sends requests to DNS server to find victim's IP address. The DNS server, knowing the address, receives lots of requests from all over the world. Its DNS log will abnormally burst, which is a sign that an attack will happen in the near future. NCOP has auto-learning function to detect bursts and send alerts, making IT administrators aware that DDoS is coming so that they can change the IP address or use other strategies in advance before it causes damage. The other is led by collecting logs of network devices like switches. NCOP can monitor if configuration files are modified, any interface is down or there is loop. IT operation can be much more complete than just with SNMP. With it, IT administrators can see the full picture of device status in home network.